me, you can't ask a boy genius to do something like that.
Well, I'm asking you.
Watch that mouth, kid. I can make you break in this town.
Well, just take along a couple.
Hey, careful. You get hair all over my new Edwardian outfit.
What outfit?
Edwardian. I don't know Ed personally, but he's the hottest tailor in town.
Well, will you take along a few if I put them in a basket?
No, baby. You get Granny to help you peddle them.
Well, Granny's busy. She's out front giving Paul a haircut.
Out front?
Well, Pa was out there sharpening knives and cobbing shoes and mending a churn, and Granny says the light's better out there.
Oh, there goes the neighborhood. How am I going to keep my image as a world-famous celebrity with them hayshakers cluttering up the front of the mansion? Go tell them to get out of sight.
Well, you go tell her.
My limousine is going to be here any minute with my chauffeur, gopher, flunkies, and stooges. What are they going to think if they see Granny cutting Uncle Jed's hair?
I'll just give you a good shot of my homemade scalp stimulator.
That stuff kind of smarts, Granny.
Well, that's a sign it's getting right down to the roots.
Feels like it done hit bone.
Right.
What's in that stuff?
Oh, mostly turpentine, ginger, with a lye base.
Oh, man. How quick you going to be done here?
Sit down, I'll get to you in a minute, just as soon as I finish Jed's hair. Now, I gotta see if there's any teeth that needs pulling.
My teeth's in fine shape, Doctor.
I'll be the judge of that. Jethro can wait.
Well, what if one of them sightseeing buses full of tourists comes by here?
They'll just have to wait their turn.
The buses come by because there's a famous celebrity lives here.
The boy's right, Granny.
Oh, now, I'm a fair barber and a good dentist and a brilliant doctor. But I ain't famous.
I'm the celebrity, the boy genius agent of Hollywood.
I thought you'd give up that agent business.
Are you kidding? I'm the president of JB Enterprises Incorporated. I got the whole fifth floor down in Mr. Drysdale's bank building. I got secretaries, stooges, flunkies, chauffeurs, limousines. People is calling me Mr. Show Business.
What people?
Them people.
Is that the tour bus coming?
Oh, that's my limousine. Now get out of sight. Good morning, stooges and flunkies. Good morning, Mr. Show Business.
Jed, did you see that?
No, Granny? I missed that.
I'm sorry, Chief. Mr. Show Business isn't in his office yet.
That nut owes me $5,000 in rent, and I... What did you call him?
Mr. Show Business. That's what Jethro likes to be called.
Well, just wait till I see him. I've got a few other names I want to call him.
Ah, Mr. Show Business, did your Uncle Sugar send a check for the rent?
Certainly not. I don't take charity. That's me, baby. JB, Jethro Bodine. Or you can turn it the other way around, and you got BJ, boy genius.
BJ, boy genius.
BJ, big jerk. Right here.
Good morning, JB.
Oh, you're my new receptionist.
That's right, JB.
Gang, tell her what they call me now.
Mr. Show Business.
Jethro, wait a minute. I want to talk to you.
Has he got an appointment?
No, sir.
Sorry, sweetheart. I'm all jammed up now. Hey, leave your card and I'll try to get to you next week. See that I'm not disturbed, huh? Come on, gang.
Sorry.
Now, look, miss. Now, wait a minute. I know you. You work for me.
Not anymore. Mr. Show Business promised to double my salary.
He hasn't any money.
Are you kidding? He pays $5,000 a month just for these offices.
Jethro, we have business to discuss.
Can't you see I got an office full of people?
Yes, I can. And how do you intend to pay them? And me?
No sweat, baby. Just one picture like The Sound of Music and I'm well.
You don't have a picture like Sound of Music.
I got Julie Andrews
You?
through an exclusive lifetime contract. Right, Julie? Right, Mr. Show Business.
This isn't Julie Andrews.
Show him your driver's license, Julie.
Never mind. Come down to my office. I have to talk to you.
I ain't talking till I get some improvements made around here.
Improvements?
Yeah, like a private projection room and a sauna bath and a landing pad on the roof for my helicopter. Hey, for the kind of rent I'm paying, I want service. And if I don't get it, I'm moving my operations out of here. Right, gang?
Right, Mr. Show Business.
Mr. Drysdale, please don't disturb him anymore.
Don't worry. He's as disturbed as he can get.
Well, Chief?
No, I haven't been well since J.B. moved in. Wait a minute. I've got a brilliant idea. We'll change the B to a C and rent this whole floor to Jed Clampett.
What for?
For $5,000 a month, that's what for.
What do you think, Jed? You gonna take Mr. Drysdale's advice?
Well, Granny, I still don't know what I'd do with the whole floor of a bank building.
Well, it'll be the headquarters for your enterprises.
I ain't got no enterprises.
Well, you will have. You'll be busy with your countless projects and investments.
Well, I like the notion of being busy.
Yes, just think of it. Jed Clampett Enterprises Incorporated. You'll be a part of the business community. You'll contribute to the gross national product. You'll be in the mainstream of American economy.
Sounds real patriotic.
It is. And forming a corporation has certain tax benefits.
Oh, it'll benefit the tax people, will it?
You could say that.
What do you think, Granny?
Oh, I like it, Jed. I've already got some ideas for what to do.
That's the spirit, Granny. It's the private enterprise system that's made this country great.
Oh, hi, Mr. Drysdale.
Hello, Ellie.
Would you like to have some baby critters?
No, thanks.
Your pa's talking business with Mr. Drysdale, honey.
Oh, all right. Come on, Bessie. Let's make the rounds again.
Ain't that a sorry sight? A pretty girl like Ellie, wasting her time running around the neighborhood with an ape, peddling critters. No wonder she's an old maid.
Not for long, Granny. Picture Ellie Mae in a pretty dress, sitting behind the reception desk of Jed Clampett Enterprises Incorporated, meeting all the young, eligible business executives and captains of industry.
By doggies, that does it. How soon can we move in?
Practically immediately. I will go and make all necessary arrangements.
Say, you got some ideas of what to do, Granny?
I got a dozen of them, Jed. You can set up a whole workshop. Repair furniture, do wood carving, cobble shoes, make duck calls, mend harness, and I can have what I've always dreamed of all my life. A combination doctor and dentist office and barber shop.
Sure will feel good doing something useful.
Your first job is for me. I want you to whittle me a great big tooth to hang outside my dentist's office.
I'll get started on it right away.
Who did you say was moving in here?
Your Uncle Jed.
Then I'm moving out.
I'd like that in writing.
All us Hollywood celebrities has got ragtail relatives, but we keeps them at home. If he comes in here, I'm leaving.
Wonderful.
And if I leaves, my stable of stars leaves with me.
Marvelous.
And that includes Julie Andrews. Right, Julie?
Right.
And my newest star, Lee Marvin. Right, Lee?
Right.
That's not Lee Marvin.
Show him your driver's license, Lee.
Never mind. Just pack them up and clear out.
You keep this up, and I'm going to move to another building. Great. You're flirting with professional suicide. One word from me, and you'll never work in another picture.
I don't work in pictures, never have worked in pictures, and never will work in pictures.
See what I mean? Go fool with Mr. Show Business.
General, just pack up your stable, your stooges, your stuff, and scram.
I'm going to give you one more chance. Do I get my private projection room, sauna, bath, and helioport?
Never.
I just want a straight yes or no answer.
It's no.
Make up your mind.
Oh, get out.
That's here's a doll. You can beg all you want. I'm moving out.
Mr. Drysdale's office. Oh, hello, Granny. You're open for business on the 5th floor?
Granny, what kind of business?
Your opening special is what? A kitten with every haircut and a puppy if you have a tooth pulled.
I'd better get right up there.
If you have your tonsils out, you get a free duck call.
How's that look, Ellie?
Oh, just fine, Paul. I called Miss Jane and told her about our opening special. Mr. Drysdale's coming on the run.
He knows a bargain when he hears one.
What's going on up here?
JC Enterprises is open for business. Get a free kitten with every haircut and a puppy if you...
He knows all that, Ellie. That's why he's here.
Come on in, Mr. Drysdale. You're our first customer. Temporarily, Granny and me is sharing this nice big room. Of course, when business picks up, we'll have to spread out a mite.
I picked out another office for my operating room.
Operating room?
I need a quiet place for my delicate surgery, like liver transplant. Oh, and that big room right off the elevators would make a dandy maternity ward.
Granny says doctors ain't allowed to advertise, so we'd appreciate a little word of mouth.
How about one of them windows that fronts on Wilshire Boulevard for a display?
What would you display?
Oh, teeth, gallstones, X-ray pictures, and some of Jed's wood carvings.
I can't believe this.
Oh, it's you who deserves the credit, Mr. Drysdale. Why, if you hadn't come over and stirred us up, we'd still be sitting home twiddling our thumbs.
Well, now let's thank him with deeds and not words.
Now, here is something that Granny's been dreaming of having for a long time. A real professional dentist chair.
It's good for barbering and minor surgery. Now, what do you want me to work on first? Your hair or your teeth?
I recommend hair first, then teeth.
Wait.
Sounds like you got a loose plate. I can fix that. Mix me a little cement, Jed.
No. These are my own teeth.
Is that a fact? Well, then I'll polish them for you. Hand me the steel wool, Jed.
I just had my teeth fixed and cleaned.
Well, then I'll give you a haircut. Now, let's see if I got a bowl that'll fit you.
Granny, I just had my hair cut, too, at the club.
Seems to me that you'd patronize your own tenant.
Now, Granny, he didn't know about us.
That's the truth.
Then I'll just check over that other dentist's work. Open your mouth.
Oh, hi, Miss Jane.
Hi, Ellie. So this is J.C. Enterprises.
Oh, this here's just a reception office. And yonder's where the work goes on.
What kind of work?
Oh, hair cutting, teeth pulling, wood carving, harness mending, furniture fixing, shoe cobbling. Well, Mr. Drysdale's in there right now.
What's he having done?
Well, I don't know. He might be getting his shoes fixed or his hair cut.
Ow!
Oh, he must be having a tooth pulled.
But he just went to the dentist yesterday. He wouldn't...
Tell me to Dr. Clark. Granny just pulled a cap off one of my teeth.
Come back, Mr. Drysdale. You need help. Your teeth ain't nothing but shells.
Wait, Mr. Drysdale, you forgot your free puppy.
Who's that goomer?
Says here his name is Rock Hudson.
Is he wanted for something?
I think he's a big movie star.
Handsome rascal, ain't he?
He got a nice smile, too.
I want you to make me a great big sign. I want to put it right across this chin here, saying teeth by Granny.
You're spoofing, ain't you?
Oh, sure. I got professional ethics.
Good.
How about a picture of Gabby Hayes with a sign saying gums by Granny?
That's kind of stretching a blanket, too, ain't it?
I was just testing it, kid. It's good to have an honest partner. Ain't much money in it, but it's good.
I'll start making them signs.
How about putting your picture up here
What for?
so I can put mine up there, too?
You just put yours up, Granny.
Only if you insist.
I insist.
It would give people confidence to see that the doctor is a kindly person.
No question about it.
We make a good team, Jed. Of course, I'm held back with medical ethics. But you're clever at getting around them.
This is insane. These signs will have to come down. Harness bandit, open heart surgery. The Board of Health will condemn the building, and you'll go to jail.
Me?
You don't think I'm going to take the rap for this?
How do you like Jed's signs, Mr. Drysdale?
Beautiful, just...
Did you have my picture enlarged, Miss Jane?
Yes, Granny, I just put it up.
Here's a sign I want to put under it.
Your friendly credit dentist.
I want it painless in there, but it makes it too long.
Sure makes a person feel good to be part of the business community. Mighty grateful to you for thinking of it.
Always glad to be helpful.
Of course, we ain't got no customers yet, but I reckon Ellie will fetch 'em in.
Ellie?
Yeah. Ellie Mae! Come on over and show Mr. Drysdale your sandwich sign.
Follow me to the 5th floor. Commerce Bank Building.
I'm going to walk up and down Wilshire Boulevard.
He's stammering again, Doctor.
That ain't a loose plate. Them's his own teeth. What they is left of them.
Well, I'd better get started.
Wait.
I think I know what's causing that. Too much tongue for your mouth. Come on into my office and I'll prune it back.
No!
It's just simple open mouth surgery. I can give you chloroform or a local or the economy job where I just clamp you into the chair.
That economy job gets a mite noisy, Doctor.
Well, you can run your power saw to drown out the scream.
I'm fine, Granny. Really. I was just anxious to save Ellie all that walking. You see, I have a whole bunch of customers lined up for you.
Yeah.
Oh, that's dandy.
Yes. Now, you all go back to your offices and wait. They'll be along very shortly.
Come on, Granny, Ellie Mae. We'll be waiting for the customers.
Sure you don't want a little bob job on that tongue?
You know, Chief, you really should have let Granny work on that tongue. It's gotten you in real trouble this time. Where are you going to get a bunch of customers?
You know that orphanage I foreclosed on?
No,
Well, how about the old folks' home?
absolutely not. To victimize poor, weak, defenseless, frightened people.
That's it. The bank employees. You wouldn't? Yes, they've been belly aching for a medical care plan. Now they got it.
Chief, it won't work. The first victim will warn the others.
Not after Granny bobs his tongue. I want this floor closed to the public. From now on, it's sealed off to everyone but my 65 bank employees.
You sent for me, Mr. Drysdale?
Yes. Sit down, Cratchit.
Yes, sir.
Now, Cratchit, you've always been sort of a ringleader among the rebellious element of my employees, the dissatisfied group.
Oh, no, I haven't, Mr. Drysdale.
You're the one who brought in the petition asking for Christmas Day off.
Oh, you whipped me for that one show. You're not going to whip me again.
No, I have no intention of punishing you, Cratchit. As a matter of fact, you're going to be the first employee to enjoy the benefits of my new medical care plan.
You mean I'm going to get medical care?
From A to Z. Doctor, dentist, major surgery.
Oh, then you are going to beat me.
Oh, will you relax? I'm instituting the finest, most comprehensive program of employee benefits ever conceived. I've allocated the entire 5th floor for this purpose.
I can't believe it.
Come, I'll take you up there.
Oh, you're not going to push me down the elevator shaft?
Of course not. This is the waiting room of my new employee care center.
Oh, it's beautiful.
And this is our lovely receptionist, Miss Ellie Mae. Ellie, this is Mr. Cratchit.
Well, howdy, Mr. Cratchit.
How do you do, Ellie Mae?
When you're through, you can have a free kitten or a free puppy or both.
Oh, good. I've always wanted a pet, but I never thought I could afford one.
Now you're going to have one. Besides medical care, you will have your shoes fixed, a haircut.
I hardly have enough to bother with.
Oh, the doctor can grow you some hair.
Really?
Well, sure. She's poulticed a new head of hair on lots of folks.
Oh, Mr. Drysdale, you know, I was all wrong about you. You're a saint.
The doctor can cure that stammer, too. Take good care, Melly May. Is Mr. Cratchit still in there?
Yes, sir.
Have you heard any screams?
No, sir.
She must have used chloroform.
Now you keep that on overnight. And tomorrow I'll thin it out for you.
Thank you, ma'am. Oh, Mr. Drysdale, new shoes, and tomorrow I'll have new hair.
Here's your free puppy and kitten.
Oh, isn't that wonderful? Wonderful. Bless you, Mr. Drysdale. Bless you.
I'd like to say the same thing. Mr. Drysdale, that little fella tells me he's only the first of 65 customers you're sending us.
Well, yes.
And Jed and me want to give you a reward.
That really isn't necessary.
Now, we won't take no for an answer. Come on. Come on over here, sit down, slip off your shoes. I'll cobble you a new set of soles and heels.
Oh, you don't have to reward me.
It's our pleasure.
Now, close your eyes. And I'll give you my part of the reward.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to take out them bad teeth.
A wide talent agency. What have you hayshakers done to the shrine of show business, huh? Your friendly credit dentist. Granny?
That's right. Also doctor, surgeon, and barber.
You get a free kitten with every haircut. If you have a tooth pulled, you get a free puppy.
Well, let's get the offices of J.C. Enterprises open for business. Any patients waiting, receptionist?
No, ma'am, doctor, just your throat.
Come on in, boy. You can see how your Uncle Jed and me has fixed up this office.
Ellie, honey, why don't you slip on your sandwich sign, walk around the block a few times, chum up some customers.
Oh, yes, sir, Pop.
The peasants had done took over the palace. This was the throne room of the crown prince's show business. From this window, I could look out over my empire.
Mr. Drysdale said that you didn't need it, and he talked Jed and me into taking it over.
Uh-huh. You done killed a dream. The sweet smell of success is gone.
I wouldn't say that, boy. We'd likely do real good.
Yeah, I'm going to fetch back a whole bunch of customers.
How pretty, Ellie.
I will.
Any business that Ellie fetches us will be gravy. We done got a 65 steady customers.
Where'd you get him?
Mr. Drysdale. He's sending us every one of his bank employees.
Granny, I think you can take credit for that. It's a job you done on Mr. Drysdale's teeth that sold him.
Oh, any first-rate dentist would have spotted right off that his front teeth was nothing but shells.
Shells?
I lifted off 6 of them. Left nothing but little nubs.
And Mr. Drysdale looked like a garfish when he left him.
6 teeth had to be recapped at $150 a cap.
Why did you let Granny pull them off?
She had me clamped in that antique dentist chair.
I think you promised to send your 65 bank employees to Granny for treatment.
Now, look, we've got to get the Clampetts off that 5th floor. You go up there and tell them the building's been condemned.
Just for a change, why don't we stick to the truth?
If the city finds out what's going on up there, it'll be the truth. They're running a combination pet shop, shoe shop, maternity ward, dental clinic, operating room. You can get anything from a haircut to a heart transplant. And all without a license.
Chief, every single woe that besets you is directly attributable to your love of money.
What do you mean?
You rented that floor to the Clampetts for one reason, to collect money. You're greedy, grasping, penurious, avaricious, and that's why you're in trouble.
Yes, like they say. Nice guys finish last.
For once in your life, why don't you do the decent, honorable, honest thing?
Like what?
Like go to the 5th floor and tell Mr. Clampett the truth that you made a mistake. That Jed Clampett Enterprises has no future, that he and his family should vacate the building and move back home.
Yes, you're right. I guess it is the only decent thing to do.
You'll feel better for it.
I feel better already.
Cast off the shackles of greed.
I'm a free man.
The cleansed of your sickness.
I'm well.
Let's celebrate by burning this.
What is?
Mr. Clampett's check for the first month's rent. $5,000.
5,000?
Steady, Chief. Even though Mr. Clampett is a man worth $80 million, he's still a simple, naive soul, and he trusts you implicitly.
Burn it.
Bless you.
I'm raising his rent to $7,500. My first duty is to the stockholders of this bank.
But you own all the stock.
That's right. To thine own self be true. Come in.
Mr. Drysdale?
Yes. I'm Melvin Drysdale. And who are you?
My name is Armstrong. I'm the building inspector.
Building inspector?
Yes, I'd like to ask what kind of business is being conducted on the 5th floor.
Why?
Well, there's a beautiful blonde walking around the block with a sign that says, "Follow me to the 5th floor of the Commerce Bank building."
Renee.
Who?
Oh, yes. Well, that is a very interesting story. Miss Hathaway, would you like to tell Mr. Armstrong about that?
No.
Well, it is kind of sad. You see, that entire 5th floor used to be occupied by a young talent agent. And then a terrible tragedy occurred. Right?
Right. He couldn't pay his rent.
He did fall on evil times. Too bad. A brilliant young fellow, but misfortune plagued him. And finally, it was too much for his proud, sensitive nature. He jumped. We closed off the 5th floor. You closed it. It's haunted.
Well, then why is that young lady walking around with a sign?
Well, that is the really sad part of the story. You see, this girl was on the verge of stardom. And when that brilliant young agent jumped, it sort of unhinged her mind.
Chief.
No. I know it's a sad story.
It's pitiful.
Well, if you're going to cry, you go into your own office. Now, where was I?
That young lady wandering the streets with the sign.
Oh, yes. Looking for her agent. Tragic. She can't accept the fact that he's gone.
Well, who was this young agent?
Jethro Bodine. They called him Mr. Show Business, the boy genius of Hollywood.
Funny, I didn't read about him jumping.
Well, the industry hushed it up. He was such a revered figure.
Well, what's on the 5th floor now?
Nothing but ghosts, memories. Now and then, some of Jethro's old clients, who, like poor Ellie, refuse to believe that he's gone.
When do you plan to reopen the floor?
I may never reopen it. I may seal it off as a shrine to the memory of that wonderful young man. That won't violate the building code, will it?
No, I don't think so, but won't you be losing a lot of rent?
Oh, only money. A man must do what his heart dictates.
I'm sorry to hear about this. I hope you'll get that young girl off the street.
Immediately. I'll see that she gets the best of care.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Well, Chief, you've really woven a tangled web now.
But it worked. Now you get Ellie off the street and tell Mr. Clampett I've raised his rent.
No, sir, I refuse to become involved.
All right, come along.
Where are we going?
As an employee, you're entitled to free medical benefits. We'll start by having Granny fix your teeth.
I'll cooperate.
That's better. Now get busy.
Ellie Mae ain't back yet, and ain't no customers waiting.
They'll come in bunches. That's the way it always is.
How about it, boy? You want to join in with us and make this a family business?
No, sir, not me.
You could learn some mighty useful trades, like hair cutting, cheese pulling, doctoring.
Wood carving, harness mending, shoe cobbling.
Y'all just don't understand, do you? I just can't go from being Hollywood's #1 agent to cobbling shoes. I'd rather jump out the window.
Well, if you feel that strong about it.
Hey, listen, you ain't doing no business. I tell you what, you let me turn this place back into my worldwide talent agency, and I'll put you in movies.
What do you think, Granny?
No, Jed, it's tempting. But the world needs a good doctor more than it does another sex symbol.
Granny's right about the world needing doctors, boy. Why don't you stay and study with her?
I'll learn your brain surgery.
I just ain't getting through to you, am I? I got show business in my blood. I done been sprinkled with stardust. I got destiny to fulfill.
Where do you aim to fulfill it?
Yeah, you couldn't pay your rent here.
Well, hey, how about I have my talent agency up at the mansion?
That's all right with me.
It'll be good to have somebody keeping an eye on the place.
Then it's a deal.
Gee whiz, Miss Jane. I must have had a dozen fillers following me.
I know, Ellie, but Mr. Drysdale wants this floor closed off to everyone but his bank employees. They have priority.
I didn't know that. I'm awful sorry.
I'll keep in touch with you.
Do that, boy.
Hi, Miss Jane.
Jethro.
See you later, Ellie.
Well, where you going?
I'm moving my worldwide talent agency up to the mansion.
Jethro, Judging from your record so far, perhaps you weren't meant to be an agent.
Are you kidding? It's my destiny. I'm a natural-born star maker. Didn't I discover Julie Andrews?
You?
That's right. Working in a car wash.
Julie Andrews?
Right, Julie?
Right, Jethro.
This isn't Julie Andrews.
Here we go again. Show her your driver's license, Julie.
Jethro, what's happened to your agents?
I'm moving out, sweetie.
In that case, I think I better go back to work at the car wash.
And give up show business?
I gotta eat, man. I'll be seeing you.
That guy's crazy. If he'd have stuck with me, I'd have made the name Julie Andrews famous.
Well, that's show business.
Yeah. Hey, Ellie, if any celebrities calls or comes to see me, send them up to the mansion.
Sure will, Jethro.
Hey, Miss Jane, you want to come along as a secretary? You can start by typing up Lee Marvin's contract.
You handle Lee Marvin?
Yeah, she's a real nice girl. You'd like her.
Thanks, Jethro, but I get nervous around celebrities.
Ma'am, mansion won't be no place for you, because it's going to be jumping with them. Oh, if you want me, I'll be up there among the stars.
Bye,
Jethro.
Bye.
Well, Miss Jane.
Sure is good to see you.
Come in, come in.
Come right in. Now, sit right over there in the dentist chair and we'll get started.
Wait a minute. I'm not here for treatment.
How come?
Mr. Drysdale said he was sending up all his employees.
Well, yes, but we're supposed to come in alphabetical order. I'm Hathaway. Ages aren't due yet.
Well, who's that little fella that I pulled his hair on his head?
Cratchit, C. Next comes D.
Drysdale.
Good. We's ready for him. Jed whittled him a brand new upper plate.
What?
Take a look at this, Miss Jane. I made the gums out of redwood.
That way the termites won't get into him.
And the teeth is hard maple.
Mr. Drysdale has teeth.
Oh, he don't want to be running around with them little nubs. A banker ought to have a nice smile.
I can put a coat of white enamel on these and it'll look dandy.
Maybe Mr. Drysdale would like a gold tooth. Right there in front.
I can get one for him. More if you want.
Oh, that'd look rich.
Well, surely you're joking. I mean, a person couldn't really use wooden teeth. Could they?
Sure, I whittled many a set for folks back in the hill.
Half the folks on Possum Ridge is eating with Jed's teeth.
I made them for folks as far away as Branson.
His best customer is Jim Owen, over to Branson.
I made old Jim 3 sets. One for hunting, one for fishing, one for Sunday.
Jed would drill little holes in his hunting teeth so Jim could whistle up his dogs.
I think Jim appreciated his fishing teeth the most. He used to love to get out in his john boat on the White River. But come ragweed season, he'd sneeze away 4 or 5 sets of store teeth.
They'd sink right to the bottom.
Kept him broke until I whittled him a set out of white oak.
He'd still sneeze them out, but they would float.
Many's the day I seen old Jim sitting out there in his boat, gumming a cigar and casting for his teeth.
Never lost another set.
Well, I did have to make him one replacement, Granny.
How come?
He fell asleep one day with his mouth open, woke up, there was a woodpecker sitting on his chin.
That's a remarkable story.
Oh, Jed, tell her about the Sunday teeth.
Oh, yeah, I made him a set of hollow teeth to wear to church.
Hollow teeth.
Well, Jim used to love to join in with the hymns, but he couldn't carry a tune in a bucket. So he used to whip out a pencil and tap on his teeth.
Sounded just like a xylophone.
Folks used to come from miles around to hear him play Onward Christian Soldiers on them hollow teeth.
Well, you send Mr. Drysdale up and we'll give him a fit.
You certainly will. But I rather doubt that he'll want to wear wooden teeth.
Oh, that's the way it is with all new things. But you can't fight progress.
Hi there.
Oh, hello. Oh, you're Ellie, the young lady who was carrying the sign around.
Oh, yes, sir. Well, Miss Jane come and got me.
Tell me, are you still looking for Jethro?
No, sir. He's gone.
You accept that fact.
Well, yes, sir. He's gone to the mansion. He's up there among the stars.
That's a sweet thought. Hello, Miss Hathaway.
Mr. Armstrong.
Armstrong. That commences with an A. He should have been first.
Well, better late than never. Come on in.
Right in here, young feller. We'll take care of you.
Sure come to the right place.
Oh, it's terrible.
You got a headache, Miss Jane?
Definitely.
Well, where you going?
To give it to Mr. Drysdale.
The building inspector's on the 5th floor?
He's talking to Jed and Granny right now.
I'm ruined.
Chief, why did you have to tell him that Jethro jumped out the window?
Wishful thinking, I guess. Maybe if I rush up there, I can still save the situation.
Fine. Here, take your teeth along.
My teeth?
That's your new upper plate. Jed Clampett whittled them himself, and Granny's ready to put them in.
I've got my own teeth.
You won't have if Granny gets you in that dentist chair.
Am I in trouble?
Mr. Armstrong, the Clampetts think he's one of your employees.
You mean he's getting medical attention?
Right now, it's very likely.
So, this was, Jethro's private office, huh?
Yes. The throne room of the crown prince of show business. From this window, he could look out on his empire.
And you, converted it into a workshop.
Well, it was Mr. Drysdale's idea. He thought we ought to keep busy.
Splendid suggestion. I imagine Jethro's leaving was quite a loss to you.
Well, we wanted him to stay here and give up the agent business and learn another trade.
But the boy was too proud. Said if he couldn't be Hollywood's #1 agent, he'd rather jump out the window.
Pride goeth before a fall. Oh, I'm sorry, that just slipped out. Did Jethro put you in the movies?
Well, he wanted to, but...
I understand. It's a heartbreak business. How fortunate for you, you had your hobbies to fall back on. Did you do this, Mr. Clampett?
Yeah, I would have that.
Psychotherapy.
No, that's Jim Owen. I don't believe we know any therapy, do we, Greg?
I don't recollect any. What does he do?
Oh, well, you see, therapy helps people get over shock or tragedy or nervousness.
Sound like a nice fella.
Yeah.
Fine chap.
Well, come on, I'll check your teeth.
No. As a matter of fact...
Sit down.
Sit
down.
Yes, of course.
Right there.
Jed Clampett Enterprises.
Ellie, this is Mr. Show Business.
Oh, hi, Jethro.
Any big celebrities looking for me?
No.
Any big Hollywood producers or directors?
No.
Hey, is there any cablegrams or long-distance calls?
No.
Boy, I'm getting lonesome up here.
Well, ain't there lots of stars around?
Heck no. Ain't nobody from Hollywood been near this place. Hey, listen, Ellie, I reckon Uncle Jed and Granny's awful anxious for me to come back down there and help them, huh?
Well, I ain't said nothing.
I know I made them sad the way I left so sudden. Give them the good news. Tell them I'm coming back.
Good, Jethro. Bye.
What do you think, Jed?
Oh, I can make him a dandy set of fish and teeth.
Oh, Granny, good news. Jethro's coming back.
He's coming down here?
Well, that's what he's saying.
You actually heard Jethro's voice?
Well, he called me and I heard him.
I always believed he'd come back here.
He said he was awful lonesome up there.
Lonesome? Up there among the stars?
Well, he said there wasn't nobody from Hollywood there at all.
Do you people really believe that Jethro is coming back?
Sure. Not as an agent, maybe, but...
I hope he comes back as a brain surgeon.
That would be helpful. I have to be running along.
Well, don't you want to stay and meet Jethro?
No. I don't think I'd better. I've got to see Mr. Drysdale.
Well, tell him he can start sending in the bees.
Do you have hives?
Only doing the strawberry season.
Yeah, well, goodbye.
Bye, and I'll start whittling on your fish and teeth right away.
Thank you.
Here's a little town in the mountains of Mexico where they'll never find me.
This won't work.
Yeah, you're right. Get me on a plane to Argentina.
Chief, listen to me.
Mr. Drysdale.
Now, just a minute, Mr. Armstrong. The whole idea was Miss Hathaway's. I am innocent.
Congratulations, Miss Hathaway. That program for rehabilitation that you're conducting on the 5th floor is one of the most inspiring humanitarian projects I've ever witnessed.
Oh, that! I thought you were upset about the higher rate of interest on loans to widows and orphans. That was her idea. She does all the rotten things. The project on the 5th floor was mine.
Well, whoever is responsible for it, it's great. That occupational therapy program is working wonders. Their minds are still a little unstable, but their manual dexterity is fabulous. Why, do you know that Mr. Clampett carves false teeth out of wood?
Do I know it? It was my idea. Look at this upper plate he just carved for me.
But you have beautiful teeth.
Oh, that's beside the point. To help those poor tortured souls, I'm going to have Granny pull every tooth and fit me with ease.
Fine. Well, let's get started.
Granny!
Stammering again. I'm going to have to prune his tongue back, too.
Prune his tongue?
He's got too much for his mouth. It's going to cause him trouble.
It already has.
Your daylight.
Hey, what's all the racket?
It's time to go to work, lazy bones.
But Granny, it's 5 o'clock in the morning.
Better late than never.
I'm a big city boy now. Nothing can get me out of this hour.
You want breakfast?
I'm ready, Granny.
For a city boy, you move pretty good. Your Uncle Jed's already at the table.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, Ellie Mae! Oh, you're up.
Yes, ma'am. But I sure am sleepy.
You young'uns wouldn't have this trouble if you went to bed at a decent hour.
Well, I went to bed at 9 o'clock.
There you are. Now, take your rooster and put 'em out. Have some breakfast, and then we'll go down and get the Clampett Enterprises ready for business.
Frank, the bank building won't even be open. Folks in Beverly Hills don't get up this early. But
They don't, huh? You know who that is at the door? Mr. Drysdale. He's riding into town with us.
At 5 o'clock in the morning?
He didn't stay up half the night like you did. He knows this is the best part of the day. It's the early bird that catches the worm. So, he's up, ready to go. Bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. Mr. Drysdale.
Where am I? What happened? Granny, you called me. What's the trouble?
No trouble. We need you to open up the bank building so we can go to work.
It's 5 o'clock. The stars are out. The moon is shining.
It does make you feel good, don't it? Jed always says up at 5, you're sure to thrive. Wait till 6, you're in a fix. What kind of a day is it going to be?
Rotten.
I best go check the weather signs.
Well, doggy, Mr. Drysdale. Why, you're the first city fella I ever seen with gumption enough to get going before sunup.
Well, I always say up at 5, you're sure to thrive. Wait till 6, you're in a fix.
That's what I always say.
We're kindred spirits, Mr. Clampett.
You're wrong, Mr. Drysdale. It's going to be a fine day.
Good.
Have you had your breakfast?
Granny, you know he's had breakfast. Well, this man keeps country hours.
How about some coffee?
Well, fine, I'd love it.
You've still got on your night clothes.
What? Oh. You see, I didn't want to turn on the lights and wake my wife.
I reckon you beat her up regular.
No, but it's a great idea. Oh, you mean get up ahead of her. Well, let's go have that coffee.
You go right ahead. We'll be right with you.
Oh, thank you.
Chief,
What?
it's only 8:30. What are you doing here at this hour?
This hour? I've been here since 5:30.
How come?
I'd open up so the Clampetts could go to work.
At 5:30?
Yes, from now on, they want to open up at 5.
You're wearing pajamas.
Oh. I was so sleepy I forgot to change. Oh, I've got a suit in here.
Please put it on immediately. If someone came in here, do you realize what they would think?
What would they think?
Well, they think that perhaps you hired me for reasons other than my secretarial ability.
As a matter of fact, I did. Yes, you were cheap. You were living there for a minute, weren't you?
Just for that, I hope the Clampetts stay in the 5th floor for a year and get you up at 5 every morning.
I'm getting rid of them today. I'm bringing in a hired gun.
Chief.
No. He's just a troubleshooter, but he's the best. Cunning, cruel, ruthless, unprincipled, conniving. Oh, a beautiful man. Oh, by the way, his name is Homer Bedloe.
Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Bedloe.
How did you know my name?
Well, you fit Mr. Drysdale's description perfectly. Sit down. You and Mr. Drysdale friends?
I don't have any friends. I hope Mr. Drysdale will find my work pleasing. I'd like to give up my job on the railroad and stay on here. A bank offers wonderful opportunities.
That's true.
You get to foreclose on mortgages, repossess cars and furniture. I'll bet it's a great kick to go and get a television set just when the kids are watching their favorite show.
May I ask what you're looking for?
Snipers. Booby traps.
Well, surely you don't suspect
Well, it's
that...
a force of habit. I didn't get to be this old and mean by being careless.
Bedloe?
Right. And you're Milburn Drysdale.
That's right.
I'd have known you anywhere. You're the spitting image of your father.
You knew Dad?
Worshipped your father. He was the meanest man I ever knew.
Oh, Dad would have loved hearing you say that.
Excuse me, Chief. Your father would have loved being called mean?
But you never met the old gentleman, did you?
No, he was gone when I started working here.
Well, I'll see if I can find a picture of him.
You know, my first job was working as an office boy for your father.
Really? Oh, I'm surprised he ever let you get away. You and Dad must have been two of a kind.
Well, of course, that was 50 years ago. I was a dumb kid, had no sense of values. I goofed, and he fired me.
What did you do?
He was flogging a debtor, and I went to her defense.
Her defense? He was striking a woman?
That was the wonderful thing about Mr. Drysdale's father. He never discriminated.
Here we are. I thought I had a picture of him around. That's my dad.
What a man. It was a privilege to have worked for him. You know, I was with him the day he foreclosed on the old soldier's home.
Really? Gee, I envy you.
He had a pile of canes and trusses and ear trumpets as high as that desk. Cleaned them out.
There were giants in those days. Now remember, if the Clampetts happen to see us together, I caught you snooping around the fifth floor here.
Right.
Now, this is Granny.
Oh, she's a dentist, huh?
Dentist, doctor, surgeon, barber, obstetrician, you name it, she does it.
Doesn't look like an educated woman.
Never went to school in her life. She did all these things back in the hills, so she figures she can do them here. Now, this is Mr. Clampett, my largest depositor.
Looks like a nice fellow.
Yes, he is. Strange, too. Growing up, he had everything going for him. Poverty, ignorance, hunger. He could have been rotten to the core.
Turned out nice, huh?
Yes. Somewhere along the line, he went wrong.
Maybe he had a happy childhood.
That can warp a man.
Thank goodness I had your father to teach me the 3 R's. Rookin', robbin', and repossessin'.
Mr. Clampett. You heard me, Bedloe. I said Jed Clampett is my friend, and you leave him alone. And stop bothering Granny and all the Clampetts. Now get out of this building before I flatten you.
Strike a man with glasses, you can go to jail.
I'd go to prison for Jed Clampett. I'd hang for Jed Clampett. I'd face a firing squad for Jed Clampett. But Jed Clampett is a prince among men. He is my friend.
Mr. Drysdale.
Stay out of this, fella. Oh, Mr. Clampett. Gee, I hope you didn't hear what I said.
Oh, yeah, I did.
Oh, I'm so ashamed I lost my temper. But I mean it, Bedloe. You get out of this building and stop bothering the Clampetts.
He ain't bothering us.
I headed him off. Now get out of here and don't come back.
You haven't seen the last of me, Drysdale. I've got City Hall on my side.
And the Clampetts have me on their side.
I want these people out of this building.
Over my dead body.
Where's that fella want us out of the building?
Oh, he's just one of those officious meddlers. He claims that Granny doesn't have a medical school diploma or even a license to practice medicine.
As a matter of fact, I don't believe she does.
You know, he even had the nerve to ask me if you belong to the Teeth Whittlers Union or the Harness Menders Guild.
Oh, I never knew there was such thing.
Well, just ignore him. He's nothing but a nitpicker, a busybody.
Well, and I best not put up Jethro's picture and sign.
Don't tell me he's going to be an agent again.
Oh, he ain't aiming that high. He's lowered his sights considerable. He's going to be just a psychiatrist.
Psychiatrist?
boy claims he looked up the spelling.
Also, fish clean.
Well, that was my idea. Jethro's uncommon good at it. And it seems to me the two just kind of goes together.
Psychiatry and fish cleaning.
Yeah, he says that psychiatry is just listening to the folks talk. He can sure skin a catfish while he's doing that. I best leave it down.
No. Put it up. No one's going to push my friends around.
Oh, Mr. Drysdale, I was just coming down to your office to get you. Let's go try on this upper plate that Jed whittled for you.
Granny, I'm awfully busy.
That's true, Granny. This man's been fighting our battles for us.
What battles?
There's some fella from City Hall here threatening to turn us out of the building.
How come?
Well, for one thing, he claims you don't have the proper medical education.
Me? That learned doctrine from John Hopkins?
You studied medicine at John Hopkins?
I can vouch for that. Granny rode a mule all the way to Timbo, Arkansas, just to study with John and Elvira Hopkins.
John and Elvira Hopkins.
Probably the greatest husband and wife yarb doctoring team in the history of medicine.
How long you study with them, Granny?
Oh, I took the full course. Then I done what they call postgraduate work. All in all, I was there pretty near 2 weeks.
Well, unfortunately, I'm afraid that won't impress the authorities here in California.
I'm in trouble, too, Granny, because I don't belong to something called the Teeth Whittlers Union or the Harness Menders Guild.
How about Jethro? Is there a psychiatrist union, too?
I wouldn't doubt it.
Couldn't we just let the boy clean fish?
No, that's where we're really in trouble. The International Brotherhood of Fish Cleaners. But don't you people worry. I've thrown myself between you and the enemy. I shall not pass.
Mr. Drysdale, you can't buck the whole state of California single-handed.
Then I'll go down fighting. From the halls of Sacramento to the shores of old L.A. I will fight my Clampetts battles and protect them night and day.
By doggies, Granny, I never realized Mr. Drysdale was such a scrapper.
He's got to have some Tennessee blood in him, Jim.
Look, Mr. Bedloe, I found another picture of Mr. Drysdale's father in the storage vault.
My hero.
He looks positively vicious.
Yeah, great guy.
Bureaucratic meddlers, I will shield them with my might. And if I should fall, there'll be a new star in heaven tonight.
I've got a great scheme to get rid of the Clampetts.
Don't you dare!
Well, that's what you hired me for. We're in this together.
Me? I won't betray a friend.
Good for you, Chief.
Oh, Dad, forgive me. I had a nice thought. I didn't mean it. Don't beat me, please.
Chief, your father can't beat you. He's dead and gone.
Oh, no, not Dad. If he couldn't take it with him, he didn't go.
Well, you're thinking straight now.
But why can't I be the man my dad was? He was perfect. Mean all the time.
Now that you've come to your senses, we can put my scheme into action.
Is it a scheme my dad would have liked?
I call it Operation Rotten.
Great. Now get up and win this one for the old jipper.
Hold on just a minute. You're in this too. You've got a part to play.
I have?
Sure. I'm the bad guy and you're the good guy. You got a white hat?
Well, I can get one.
Good. Now, my scheme is I'll go up to the Clampetts and give... Is she to be trusted?
No. He's honest, kind, and generous.
Please don't use that kind of language in front of your father.
Yeah, well, tell me about it. Yeah.
Right.
Oh, put Dad's picture up. It'll serve as an inspiration for me. A shrine.
How about some fresh flowers in front of it?
That's a good idea. See if you can get some deadly nightshade and hemlock.
Those were his favorites.
You're a dirty, rotten old man.
Well, Mr. Cratchit, how's Granny's hair pull is working?
That's what I'm here to find out.
Well, come on over, sit down, and we'll have the unveiling.
Yes. Ma'am,
How long has the show's this been on?
Oh, a week, and I'm sure glad to get it off because everybody's been laughing at me.
Well, they ain't gonna laugh no more.
Is that hair?
It ain't more.
They come in red.
Really? I had red hair when I was a boy. They used to call me Brick.
Take a look.
It's true. I'm young. I'm handsome.
You sure enough are.
It'll look much better when I pomade it and comb it.
No, I like it this way. Wild and untamed. It's the real me.
Here, behave yourself.
Mothers, hide your daughter. Blake Cratchits. It lives and is on the loose in Beverly Hills.
Hey, honey. Run fetch Jethro. I think this fella needs psychiatry.
Wait a minute, Blondie. Let's go out tonight and live it up.
Jed, I think he left the folders on too long. It's drawn up some ideas along with his hair.
You can handle the hair all right, but I ain't so sure about the ideas.
Ellie says this little fella needs a head shrinker.
Ooh, don't shrink his head. His new hair won't fit in.
Come on, I'll cure you.
I don't want to be cured. Come over here, Blondie.
Behave yourself.
Oh, watch it, fellas. I'm a redhead and I've got a terrible temper.
Now, give me a couple of minutes to terrorize them, and then you come to the rescue. Right.
I wish Mr. Drysdale would send up the rest of his employees.
Well, don't worry, Granny. Quick as folks see how you poulticed hair on Mr. Cratchit, they'll come in bunches.
Well, while we're waiting, sit down and I'll give you myself.
All right, everybody out.
What?
You heard me. Clear out and take all this junk with you.
John!
Now, say here, mister.
Don't you touch me. I've got a writ.
Well, no wonder you're feeling so mean. Come on, sit down and I'll lance it for you.
I'm talking about a legal writ ordering you to vacate these premises. And I'm going to serve it on you right now.
Hold it right there, Bedlow.
Drysdale.
You craven coward, threatening a couple of helpless women. Come out and fight like a man.
Don't cross me, Drysdale. I've got a legal writ right here. Mess with me, and I'll serve it on you.
Come ahead. I've got a writ stopping your writ. We'll see who serves who.
Are you calling me out, Drysdale?
I'm calling you out, Bedlow.
You fool! You haven't got a chance. You're a banker, and I'm a professional writ server.
Truth, honor, and justice will speed my hand, and my strength will be that of 10. For my heart is pure.
What's going on?
They fixing to draw down on one another, Jed.
Yeah, they both got legal writs.
I serve you first. You're wiped out, Drysdale. You lose your bank, your home, everything.
I'll gladly pay that price to save my friends, the Clampetts.
No, I can't let you do this. Mr. Drysdale, if this fella wants us to get out of the building, we'll go peaceful.
I whipped you, Drysdale.
You did not. Stand aside, Mr. Clampett. Let me at him.
Let him go, Jed. Let him fight it out. We don't want to leave this place.
No, we caused Mr. Drysdale enough trouble.
But he'll say I turned yellow, that I let down my best friend.
Well, it's better than getting wiped out. Come on, commence packing up.
Congratulations, Bedlow. You were terrific.
You were pretty good yourself.
You mean the Clampetts are gone?
Operation Rotten was a complete success.
Now we'll talk about my fee.
Ah, yes. Well, how much do I owe you?
Give me a job in the bank and you don't owe me a penny.
You mean it?
Turn me loose in your loan department and I'll show you rottenness you never dreamed of.
It's a deal.
When do I start?
I'll get in touch with you. Have a nice trip back. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Chief, surely you're not going to hire that evil man on a permanent basis.
Of course not. But I got rid of the Clampetts, and it didn't cost me a cent.
You mean you deliberately swindled Mr. Bedloe?
That's the way Dad would have handled it.
Mr. Drysdale's office. Oh, yes, Mr. Clampett. I see. Yes. Yes, well, I'll certainly tell the chief. I'm